And we're live, and I'm early. Now, I found a song that I thought I'd play for you guys, but I don't do computers. Hold on. It's a really cool piece of music. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to just, I can't even look for it here. I don't know why I do this to you guys while we're in the middle of trying to go live, but we got time. Let me see if I can find it. I've been baby. Oh, crap. No, I can't find it. Well, I mean, I'd sing for you, but you might not love that too much. Oh, fuck it. It's gone. Let's go back to where we were. We're here. So, welcome. And I just thought I'd listen to this bit of music today because, sometimes it's good to... Oh, hello, peeps. Who's here? Knocking on my door, and I can't see you, but you can see me. Oh, dear. So we're talking about bipolar behaving badly. It's not 4 o'clock, and I'm supposed to wait. Now, I wanted to put the song on for you guys, but did it work? No. So hold on a sec. I'm going to play something here, and I'm probably going to get a YouTube copyright suspension notice, but I'll play you a very cool song while we're waiting, all right? Don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? I've been trying to call. I've been on my own long. Maybe you could show me how to love. It sounds terrible because it's not playing through speakers. Going through withdrawal. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on just a touch, baby. Since city's cold and deep. Hello, you. Touch me. Can't see clearly in you. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the light. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I like sure one night. Thanks for joining. Running out of time. I can see the sun out of the sky. Hi Lisa, how you doing? We're a bit early, so I'm playing a song for you guys. I hope it doesn't sound horrendous. So I play through a speaker because I can't get this YouTube to work. Sounds okay. Thank you. Can you hear it? Is it a good song? No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in. Excellent song. It is. Thank you. So cool, right? I love singing. There's a lot of things I love doing, you know. while I'm painting. Okay, we can shut him up, and I'm going to start talking about bipolar behaving badly. Who's the writer? Oh, that song is Ex-Ambassadors, doll. It's called Blinding Lights. It's very cool. They sing some other very cool song as well. Okay, let me do the hair thing. Done the hair thing. What do we mean when bipolar behaves badly? Okay, I explained to you what bipolar disorder was last week for people who have employed lots of people who have bipolar, but they don't understand the illness. Oh my God, right? Okay. What happens is this. With bipolar, you have loads of little attachments that come along with it. One is psychosis. Now, you don't have to know that you are psychosis to be in a psychotic state. Sometimes we don't realize it. So we might be rabbiting off about some incredible thing that we're doing, but we believe it fully. This is the bipolar's fault, not your fault. And then it all goes tits up. And how does it work? Bipolar does this. It's like this, 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 this. And how does it go? At the top, bipolar manic. And then as it goes down, fucking little moody bitch face, bipolar manic, yay. And as it goes down, fucking little moody bitch face, bipolar manic. And so it keeps going, you see? So we have the manic, high, and we have the fucking little moody bitch face at the bottom. That's your depression. So this might happen. You wake up and you're on a manic and you're feeling fabulous. Life is just shit hot. Okay. Can't wait to get out of bed. You're pumping. That adrenaline's going and you're on a mind bender of a manic. The fucking little moody bitch hasn't hit you yet. You jump out of bed, get showered, bath, whatever you do, get ready, and you think you're going to town. And this is my example. And you're going to just go to this fabulous coffee shop because you know the coffee shop, you like the coffee shop, and it might be just fun. That's okay, right? That's all okay. But then you get to the coffee shop, and while you are drinking, well, you sit down, the waitress comes over and you order your coffee. I have a Americano, one shot. I don't want it too strong. Okay, and you'll talk to her and how is she? And she looks very happy and blah, or he, whoever the hell it is. But you're now just being friendly. You're chatting. The next thing is you'll look around the room and you lock eyes with someone like that. Just right. Then the bipolar decides, because now there's a little bit of psychosis that's hit the mania. So we're a little bit psychotic. So decides to go and speak to this person who you've locked eyes with here. And they are your soulmate. They are your forever. Never seen this person in your life before. So what you'll do, you'll head on over to his table and say, or her table and say, hi, I've known you forever because I locked eyes with you and I know you. He's sitting alone at the moment, and then you write down your phone number and you give him your number because you are sure that this person you've known your whole life. And all we have to do is just get the bits of problems out the way. That they're just secondary. They're not really anything to concentrate on. Like this person might, what does he do or what does she do? Well, that doesn't matter. That's all in the small details. So you've given your phone number, you say, give me a call. Then you go sit down. The waitress, you're still on the hypomania. You haven't dropped into the moody little fucking bitch face yet. So here we go. And then you sit down at the table and you notice that, let's say it's a he, and he's got a partner and she comes along. Oh, crap. Okay. Doesn't deter you, though, because so what? He's going to phone and you belong together forever and ever and ever. And you've never spoken to this person in your life before, nor have you seen them. But you see, you're not flirting. You believe with every fiber of your being that this person is someone you've known forever and you are soulmates. It just happened. It just appeared like that. You don't think of winding your neck in. No. We're keeping going. So then the waitress comes back or waiter, and then you tell them, no, I can't drink 2 shots. I have to have 1 because it's too strong, whatever it is, of the Americano. And they're sorry and they go off. But now what starts to happen is you start sliding down the little cliff and the moody fucking bitch hits. And there you are. And now, while we're here, the moody fucking bitch, we are not going to drink the coffee anymore because they screwed it up. So now we get up and we walk out. Perfectly fine. Stupid shop. Stupid bloody waiter. Stupid everything. Everything is just stupid. But I've given my number to the person that I know I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. My soulmate. No, I wasn't flirting either because I had to say something. This is how it is. Life brings people together. Life tears people apart. That's what you firmly believe. The fact that this person could be a massive serial killer doesn't cross your mind. This is how it rolls. So then you skip off home. Coffee was crap. Nothing worked. And suddenly, the little bitch face mania starts to climb again. This is what we call the rapid cycling or something states. Sorry, excuse me. I was thinking of United States of Tara. I loved that show. So anyhow, so we start climbing up the manic bender again. Yay! Now we're on the manic bender. And we decide, I know, I'm going to write a book about this whole situation. I found my life partner in the cafe. We were just drawn like that. Boom. And I must write a book because it will be a bestseller. You grab your laptop and you start writing. And you write well because when you are on the manic bender, you're smart and you're awake and you normally know what you're doing. It's only when you dip down into this fucking little bitch with a bad mood place that you don't. So you then write and you start writing. Now you write. Oh, Christ. And my phone has to go. Sorry. So you're writing. And then suddenly you think to yourself, well, this book doesn't make any sense. See? Rapid cycling and mixed states. That's what it is. Mixed states. So now, here we are on our little bender, but it's bending slightly, the mania, because we've run out of things to say in the book. It's a non-fiction book. It shouldn't be difficult to invent a story. A lot of people can't these days because we've got AI, you see. So all intelligence has fucked off out of the ears because nobody can write a decent damn book without pushing AI into it. It's pretty irritating, right? That would make me the moody little bitch face immediately. Anyway, by the way, I am writing a book and I'm not using AI. So then you'll think to yourself, well, the book's a waste of time. Now we're at about 1 o'clock. This has taken your entire morning. Okay. Thanks, Lisa. It's taken your entire morning to rush to the coffee shop, all bouncy, happy with the joys of spring and the dancing and the tulips. La la la, life's fucking fabulous. Then you're now sitting on your bed or wherever you sit with your laptop on your, and you're writing this bestseller, and you've got maybe 4 lines, and your mind goes blank. So then you think to yourself, okay, I'm not going to get distressed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just make up the story. Now, this again depends on how creative you are. All right. You might not be very creative. You might not know how to write, I don't know, make up stories. Lots of people can, lots of people can't. Don't know. Me personally, I like making up stories. It's kids' stories, actually. It's quite fun. So then, now that you're on the manic bender and you've lost your mojo because you can't remember the next thing on the wheel, you drop down into the moody little fucking bitch, and you hate the computer, and you hate the coffee shop, and you hate the person that you locked eyes with. And oh my God, you got to tell someone you've given your phone number out to a perfect stranger. Or what do? You're either going to get more manic while painting. You're either going to get more manic, which means you're going to then shoot even higher because this has to be done, and you'll get a fresh stream of creativity in you. I've got it. This is how it goes. Blah, blah, blah. And you'll type and type and type and type. And then, of course, AI is there. So you might run it through to check for grammar and all that shit. That's fine. But you got to invent the story yourself. You can't just ask AI to invent it. Then a strange thing could happen. You might find yourself same day, say that evening, and you won't have much time to eat. You don't really want to eat. You're not hungry. You're on a roll. I don't know what roll you're on, but you're on a roll. None of us know what roll we're on. We're just doing it. We're just rolling with the punches, right? Then you might decide that you think you're going to try and cook something in the kitchen, obviously in the kitchen. I'm dyeing it all blonde. I'm trying to make it go dark so I can go gray. I want to have gray hair. But no. Anyway, so that was a blonde moment. Obviously, you cook in the damn kitchen. So then you're going to cook dinner. Right, fabulous. Now, what are we going to cook? Okay, that's cool. And you walk in there and you've got all these ideas, and you imagine this incredible recipe that somebody made once, and you can do the same thing. You can emulate that. Not a problem at all. What the hell? And you blast your music on and you start putting things together, and blank. Yeah, gone. So we're on our bender, and we've dropped into the moody fucking little bitch again. Why? Because we hate cooking. Now what are we going to do? We're sitting here, and we don't want to feel depressed, because depression is enough to make you depressed. That's why I think they called it the Great Depression. Everybody must have been suicidal. That's all I think. So you think to yourself, all right, well, I can't cook, so I'm not going to try it, and I'm not eating anyway. And then you decide you'll go and watch a movie. You put your TV on. Everything bores you to tears, because that's another thing about bipolar. You're pretty bright. So when you're watching a movie, sometimes you can see through the actor or the actress's acting, if that makes sense. And you can say to yourself, well, that's pretty put on, or that's contrived, or that doesn't look natural to me. I wouldn't respond in a situation like that. I wouldn't respond like that. And you'll find things wrong with the movie, and eventually you'll just switch it off in a bad mood. You hate the movie. Stupid movie. Whoever invented that movie, brain dead. Okay. Then you decide, all right, well, I'll go lie in bed. I'm not going to sleep, but that's very true, Fantasia. Yeah, that is true. When you are, you can see this, if you are really longing for something, and if you're really longing for something and you don't know how to get it, then your bipolar might start freaking out on a different scale. And that is just taking risks, doing things which I think are good personally. Depends what risks you take. But I think that some of risks we are meant to take, we don't because we're too scared. And that's what's so sad. And bipolar removes that fear. See, if you've got bipolar and somebody like shits on your doorstep, they're going to wish they hadn't because you've got a temper in there as well. And you're not always so nice and sweet. But if you feel something deeply, then if it seeps into your body, into your very soul, strongly enough, you will find a way to make that happen. Because this now involves also your gut instinct, and it involves your willpower, and it involves how badly you want something. So yes, you can lie in bed and you cannot manage to even sleep. And you can just be thinking about someone and thinking and thinking and thinking. And sleep evades you. It's gone. Can't sleep. You can't touch or feel the person. That can become, it's fine, but it can turn into a state of psychosis where you don't know whether or not you are seeing the person or whether you're not seeing the person, or maybe on some level, this is another psychosis thing, on some level, you actually are talking to the person and they are hearing you and you're talking and they're talking back and you can hear them. But you've never met the person in your life. That's what happens. So we go on our manic bender and then we go down. Stupid little fucking bitch face. Then we go up and then we go down. And so it keeps going. And until, if this happens to you, what you need to do is just go to your doctor and check on your antipsychotics, because sometimes we can go into a psychosis where nothing makes sense. And yet it all makes sense. So if someone on the outside had to say, what the hell are you doing? That's insane. Say the guy at the coffee shop gives you a call and he's not an ex-murderer, and you meet and you find you're very drawn to each other, or you'd find, why did I do that? What made me do that? Then at least you can get away and you can say, exactly. Then at least you can, thanks very much, just a butcher. What the hell's he got to do with the price of the coffee? I mean, a butcher and coffee. What? That depends if you're going to butcher the animals yourself. Because I know someone who used to. Hectic job. But fun. So yeah, you might get to that point where other people say to you, you are not thinking clearly. And that's when you want to fight back and say, yes, I am thinking clearly. I'm thinking more clearly than you're thinking. And they might say, no, that's not feasible. And then you might say, why? Because when you live with bipolar and many other disorders, you don't believe in the word no or if. You believe that it's absolutely possible. Anything is possible and everything should be possible. Now, if, for example, back in the coffee shop, that chick's said to him, what was that woman doing talking to you? And they have a big fight, and you're still in the coffee shop, and she comes over to you and says to her, what were you doing talking to my man? Blah, blah, well, however they act. I don't know how they behave. Some people don't. Some people are too afraid and they say nothing. Your response would be, no, I'm not flirting. I'm telling him a fact. We've known each other forever. So my fault. I'm sharing a fact. And so this is the kind of thing that happens. You cannot see it. Somebody you're with might say to you, well, that's flirting. You can't do that. That's really hectic. You can't just give your phone number out to strangers. And your comeback will be, he's not a stranger. I know the person. I've known him my whole life. And then that's when you start getting into trouble, because you cannot separate fact from fiction. Psychosis comes in. And if you don't see the psychosis, if you don't have it seen to, like quickly, then it could get far, far worse. You might decide someone else is the person that you've never, ever, that you just want to be with, it's kind of something like that. And then. That's why people who have bipolar are said to be very hypersexual. Now, it doesn't have to be with lots of different partners. It could be with one person, but it can also be with a lot of different partners, because that's the nature of the illness. And so that's what I wanted to tell you. When your bipolar is behaving badly, what you can do about it. And you got to just try and wait it out. Maybe you have to increase your antipsychotic for a bit, or maybe you're right. What if you are right? The chances of going into a coffee shop and meeting someone for the first time in your life who's absolutely your soulmate, the chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. However, exactly, heaven on earth. The chances of that happening are similar. I mean, are very remote, but it can happen. So what if it does happen and you are bipolar? At least you say yes. Yes to what? A butcher is a bit of heaven on earth. Damn straight. Have you ever watched them skin the animals? I have. I lived on a small holding, and I remember that chickens used to get their heads cut off when it was time to have a chicken when I was a kid, and it would run around like mad without a head for a while. I think that's where that saying comes. Oh, thanks, Lisa. And it was actually quite weird, but at the same time, there's something about eating food that you grow yourself that is just, it's appetizing. It's wonderful. But yeah, I think the bigger animals are possibly a bit more difficult. But so there you have it. What you have to do is how do you differentiate if the person is, yeah, what would you tell me, Lisa, if you could tell me? Now, I haven't seen the menu. What's that about? Maybe I'll watch it tonight. What would you do if you could tell you had psychosis while it was happening, Lisa? Food and life philosophy. I love philosophy. I'll watch that. My favorite philosopher is still Alan Watts. Actually, no, he's not. Marcus Aurelius is. Stoicism. Well, food is life, isn't it? Nice. What philosophers do you like, Lisa? What philosophy do you like? I listen to Alan Watts a lot. A good movie. Wait, Lisa, you're losing me. You said if I could tell I had psychosis while it was happening, then what? What's your question, Lisa? I look at Hume. If the movie is scary and you can't stop it because and you have a scare because you can't stop it. Do you mean that's when you're in psychosis that you can't stop it, or when you're watching a movie? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to understand something here. I'm sure you can see what Lisa's typing. Maybe I'm just thick and I can't pick it up. No, and don't just yes. Okay, psychosis. All right. So what your question was, if I could tell I had psychosis while it was happening, my question to you is, what would you do, Lisa? Because sometimes we do recognize that we're in a psychosis. Oftentimes we do, and other times we don't. And when we don't is when we start, you feel yourself sinking like in quicksand. Well, that's interesting because doesn't it depend on what the psychosis is? What if it's not a scary psychosis? What if it's something that you really want that's turned into what you think is a psychosis? Starts in your mind. Everything starts in the mind. But if you feel like you're sinking in quicksand, then you need to do something to stop it because that's scary. That's not cool. But if you just feel that it could be psychosis, it's very scary to you. Not understanding what could be very scary. So psychosis is scary to you. It depends what kind of psychosis. Your meds contain you. Okay. But you see, the thing is, I was talking to Lisa the other day about medication. If you take too much medication with bipolar, then what happens is you become very dumbed down, if that makes sense to you. So you're not spontaneous anymore. You're not excited anymore. You're not wanting to do things anymore that maybe you would do if you weren't just a little bit manic. So it depends. I think it depends on how strong your meds are, how bad your mania is, or how bad the psychosis is. So if you're on this little hamster wheel, okay, just know you're not alone. And there are other millions of people who are on the same freaking wheel as you are. Happy, minor, manic, epic, manic. Yay, yay. Now we're sinking down to in the stupid fucking bitch face, bad mood. Okay, right. Then we go up to the mood again, and then we come down, and it keeps doing that. And if that's what's happening to you, you're going through mixed episodes, mixed cycles. Check your meds out, okay, to make sure that every decision you make is made from a place of from intellect and your heart. You got to follow your heart too. So sometimes the two can clash, but you got to work that one out, which is the best one. Okay, my friends, that's it. It's on a very long live. I didn't think you needed to be on here for a long time. And thanks for watching. I'll be back with you soon. And I'm exhausted today, just to let you know. Bloody exhausted. Probably look at too. Black's under my eyes. Okay. Thanks for joining. I love you guys. Cheers. If I knew how to end it, I would. There you go.